Hello students, welcome back to our video. So in the last video we completed with the revision of the second chapter. So now let's start with the revision of the third chapter, that is Business Services 2. So you guys learn in this chapter about the meaning, functions of banks, e-banking and the services associated with the bank. So let's start with the first one, that is bank. Let's start with the bank, meaning of bank. So, bank is an institute which collects deposits in order to lend them with a condition to return it at the end of the fixed term or whenever it is demanded. That is known as bank. So, according to Reserve Bank of India, bank is an institute which collects deposits from the people in order to lend them with condition to return it at the end of the fixed term or whenever it is demanded. And another meaning is the institute providing services of bank is called bank. So this was the meaning of bank. Now let's see the functions of bank. So there are two types of functions, main functions and subsidiary functions of bank. Under main functions, it includes to accept or collect the deposit. Second is to lend money. Third is to invest money. And fourth one is to do interbanking transactions. So there are four main transactions of the bank, that is to accept or collect deposits, to lend money, to invest money and to do interbanking transactions. And the subsidiary functions includes to look after the financial transactions of the customers. Second is to do transactions of foreign exchange. Third one is to issue letter of credit. Fourth one is to issue traveler's check. Fifth is to provide draft services. Sixth is to provide information related to credit of a person associated with the bank. Seventh is to provide services as an underwriter, and the eighth one is to provide other related services such as ATM, Demat, safe deposit vaults, etc. So there are 8 subsidiary functions of the bank. So there are two types of functions of bank, main functions and subsidiary functions. So you have to learn, you have to prepare both the functions, main functions as well as the subsidiary function. And as we have discussed all the functions of a bank in a detail, so now in this revision we are not going to go in a detail. I have just told you the main points. So the main points of the main functions and the subsidiary functions of bank. Now next is types of bank accounts. So there are many different types of bank accounts such as savings accounts, current account, recurring account and fixed deposit account. There are 4 types of accounts, bank accounts can be opened, that is savings accounts, current account, recurring account and fixed deposit account. So these were the types of bank accounts, and next is services provided by the bank. There are many services provided by the bank such as to issue draft, banker's check, that is also known as pay order, then the real-time gross settlement. Real-time gross settlement, in short form you can also write it RTGS. Then next is National Electronic Fund Transfer, that is NEFT. You have to remember the full form of all these services provided by the bank. You have to remember the full form as well as the short forms. Then next is IFSC code, then bank overdraft, cash credit and the loan. So these are the services which is provided by the bank. First one was to issue draft. Second was banker's check, also known as pay order. Then third one is real time gross settlement, RTGS. Then fourth one is National Electronic Fund Transfer, that is NEFT. Then bank overdraft, cash credit and the loan. So these are the services provided by the bank. Now next is e-banking. E-banking meaning of e-banking is, e-banking means electronic banking. In this kind of banking, transactions are done with the help of electronic media instead of physical method. The development in banking process is seen at three phases. First one is the development of banking process can be seen at three phases. First phase is traditional process. In an old age, traditional process was used, like transactions of bank were done traditionally and ledgers were maintained for entries of the accounts. In addition to this, any other work such as keeping vouchers or checking the specimen signature, etc., was done without any type of machine. So first phase of banking process is traditional process. Second is connecting to computers through network, and third one is use of internet. Nowadays, in this modern world, use of internet is done for the transactions done through bank. So these are the three phases for the development in the banking process. The next is internet, core banking and mobile banking. So in this type, transactions are done in two ways, like in internet, core banking and mobile banking. Transactions can be done in two ways, that is financial transactions and non-financial transactions. Both the transactions can be done, and the bank transactions are done through internet. So in the first, financial transactions means like bank account holder transfers money from his bank account to like another bank account of the other bank account holder. This transaction is called financial transactions. For example, payment of telephone bills, text bill, other payments are included in the financial transactions. Then in non-financial transactions includes financial transactions is not included for the account holder does the transactions like getting an account statement, checkbook request, PIN change, stop payment request and other such non-financial transactions. So these are included under the non-financial transactions. Now next is the following functions becomes easy due to use of internet. Due to use of internet, following functions like of the bank becomes very easy, such as core banking, e-banking and mobile banking. So core banking means centralized online real-time transactions. So in core banking, like all the branches of the same bank is located in different parts of the world and they are connected to one another. That is known as centralized server of the bank. That is also called as core banking. All the computers throughout the different parts of the world are connected with each other. That is known as core banking. Then second is e-banking, also known as electronic banking. So like in present time, all the banks are connected through internet to their branches by the medium of server, so that a person can withdraw or deposit money from any other branches regardless of his home branch. That is known as e-banking. And third one is mobile banking. Mobile banking is such a system through which any financial transactions is made possible from any corner of the world through electronic equipment, that is mobile phone with connectivity. Any banking transactions can be done through mobile if the mobile is connected to the internet, and if the mobile is smartphone, then mobile banking can be easily done from any corner of the world. Now next is services associated with the bank. So ATM, automated teller machine. You are very familiar with this word. You are using every day in your life. So ATM is the first service that is associated with the bank. you can withdraw money through ATM from anywhere, anytime. That is known as ATM, automated teller machine. Then second is credit card. Third one is debit card. So there are three types of services associated with the bank: ATM, automated teller machine, then credit card and debit card. So now with this, now we are done with the revision of the third chapter. So from now we are going to stop here. From the next video we are going to start with the revision of the fourth chapter. And still, if you have any questions or any doubts, please feel free to comment below the video. Thank you.